Welcome everybody to the 2023 Derby City Classic One Pocket Division. This is round 5, and you see on your screen we've got two great players, Shane Van Boening and bank champion Mike Delawder. Mike Delawder is known best as banking by the rail. He can play one pocket, but he does have a loss in this tournament. Shane Van Boening into the 5th round with no losses. Mike Delawder wins the lag. I am your host, Scott Frost, aka The Freezer. I'll go over the rules really quick for you. Each player gets a single designated pocket. 8 of any balls in that pocket wins the game. Any foul costs you a ball, meaning 2 or more moved, scratch, no rail. There's a 3 foul rule in effect. 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game. Alternate the break. Ball in the break is a re-rack. And no jump cues. Delawder doesn't waste much time. He's a quick thinker. I've always expected to see Mike do a little better in the one-pocket tournaments. He has the ability. He has definitely the ability. He's also got the thought process. Sometimes I think he gets a little ahead of himself. He's a good friend of mine, along with Shane Van Boening. Right out of the gate, I think Delawder's broke him quite well. Shane looking to go to the 10 here. Reason he was able to do that is because the 13 covered Mike up on the black 8. Now, as we go through this, I know Mike wants me to probably critique him during this. I don't want to be too hard on him. But I think one of Mike's biggest weaknesses is he doesn't look at everything long enough sometimes. He's a quick player, and I think that's a benefit in many aspects. But it can also be your downfall. If that's anything, any bit of information that I can help anybody out there with, including Mike. That shot wasn't terrible. I think the cue ball was placed well, and so is the object ball. Shane's going to have to look this over. Note the time that Shane's taking. He has to be concerned about the 8. Meaning if he comes off the top of the 7, comes down to this lower left corner, he could leave some type of a bank, and he is aware of Delawder's banking capabilities. Can he roll the 7 into the side and just play this cue ball down to the center diamond on the left lower rail? Guess he could take a chance at going into the 12-10 and sending the 12 towards the 8. 10 2 rails out, but the problem is you're really kind of gambling there. You might leave Mike across on the 8. Might be better off to use those balls as your friends right now in protection. You're definitely taking a close look. I don't know if the angles got me fooled, but I feel like he could roll that 7 in and just come down short of the 10 to keep Mike off the 8 bank. There is a window there between the 10 and 13. You don't want to land there. And even if you couldn't follow it in, can you manufacture that angle? I don't think anything really goes to Shane's pocket here. He's looking at the head ball. Maybe he's looking at going into the 9 full, using the 6 to stop the cue ball. No, he's doing something different, I think. Okay, yeah, he is going into the 9. Didn't get a rail. Could have done a lot better there, in my opinion. I see a nice kick for Delawder. You could kick to this 1 with left English. All you have to do is catch the 1 coming down. That cue ball is going to track towards the 8 and 2. You've got a lot of room for error here. He sees the shot. Van Boening owing 1 early. I think this is too passive. And Delawder owes 1 early. He looked at the 1 initially and then changed his mind, talked himself out of that. And this kind of opens things up for Van Boening. Depending on how the 12 and 10 lay, he could even come up to the 7. This is the only angle I have to work with, but it's better than no angle, and I'm glad we're here. So he might be two-railing this and snatch drawing his cue ball, so he's killing this with an inside, so he's got to control the pace of both balls here. He's done quite well, I believe. Like really, really, really well. This is the problem with the shot, Delawder shot. You can't leave a world champion in open space like that. They're going to find something. You have to be the one to press the issue. And he had the chance, played a passive shot, and this is what you get in return. Once again, Mike going to the shot pretty quick. He's such a talented bank pool player. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be any good. I think he's going to leave the 1. I like his thought process there. There's nothing wrong with it really. Well, even if you keep him below the 1, Shane's going to bank at it due to the way the balls lay. So that 1 was always going to be a big ball to protect against. He actually might have left Shane too straight. And if that's the case, then he's done fine. Shane might come off the 7. Shane does have the option to come off the 7 and come 2 rails back down behind the 3, 6, and stripes. And the reason I say he might want to do that is because he can really protect his position that way, other than just leaving him up table in open space to allow Delawder to get out of this trap. And this is what he's elected to do. Does he get the window? Well, he's got some type of window, so Shane didn't expect this to creep that far down. Now you really got to think this out. Mike getting down awful quick here. Bank the 8 into the 1 and go forward. Yeah. Know how many times you can get away with leaving him straight. Looks to me like he can twist this 8, but maybe not. Camera angle is a bit tricky. Shane might bank the 8 into the back of the 13 or to the bottom of the 13 and stun the cue ball. A lot of good things can happen there. Okay, he tried to twist it. Not today. And he's left a cut on the 13. I am almost positive he can cut the 13. I don't know that he wants to. We are playing on 4 1/4 inch pockets this year at the Derby City Classic. The great players like it. Not so much the amateurs. Can he come all the way around here? Note Delawder's banking ability. If he gets that cue ball around, he falls on position. Comes up a little bit short. Gonna have to remove this 8. I think you got to go up into the 4 and 5 here. Yeah. Makes a big difference to get up in that 4 and 5 versus out in open space, as I've alluded to already a couple times. So maybe take another second to really focus on where you need to be. Everything comes real natural to Delawder, so that's why he's always just going to the shot. But it comes natural to him playing by the rail, playing bank pool and regular bank pool. Not so much this game. Very few players can just naturally go to the shot playing this game and execute it. So I think taking a couple extra seconds per inning could really help Mike in the future. Is he going to kick at this? Yes, kick and stick. Very good. Needs it to get down just a fraction. Yeah, he's hit that almost perfect, in my opinion. Mike can cross the face of this 8 over. It's basically like you're two-railing it down. Playing the cue ball up on the top side of the table. You don't have to hit this too hard. Well, there's a shot for you. He kicked to the short side of the 8, playing the cue ball into the stack. This is an excellent play by Mike. Very, very good shot. Notice he's left Shane cut completely off of everything. Shane can take a foul, but the position of the 8 is a problem as well. Doesn't want to leave Delawder any type of straight back. He's not considering the foul yet. Kind of has me stumped here. I don't exactly know. Maybe down here on the center diamond on the bottom rail, the actual bottom rail, taking a foul, one rail to the bottom rail or the left rail. Yeah, I think that could be the shot. Basically where the chalk is on the left rail. Just kick it softly. One rail there. It's probably as good as anything, I think. I don't know what you can do coming off the 5. You might leave Mike a cut on the 13, or even worse. I really don't like going up table. I don't know what's available up there. I understand that nothing goes really in Mike's pocket right this minute, but is he looking to take a foul past the 14, one rail up and back down? No, he's coming off the 14. I'm not a huge fan. Look at the 5-2-13. A lot of room for error there. Make good contact with the 5. Might get the 13 close. Cue ball speed's big here. Look at him queuing up. I feel like he wants to hit this hard, and he does. Yeah, I would rather try to protect those balls versus hit it hard and hope to make it. Percentages say that you're probably not going to make the shot, just because of the distance that was at play there. Didn't turn out terrible, right? But I think that he does a little more damage if he uses the stack as protection. Shane might be able to come off that top stripe nearest the 10 and then come off the 10, basically cutting that stripe towards the 1 and 5, playing the cue ball off the 10 and then below the 13 too. That's a possibility. I'm not sure. I'm not at the table. Might be able to do something with the 7 or the 3. Yeah, the more I see the shot, the more I kind of like what Mike did. It's definitely in the top 3 of the shots he probably had available. Keeping him long and opening balls up by your pocket puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. I think Shane's going to go off this 7 here? Yeah. I was wondering if the 4 was close. Now he's left a cut on the 3. This is clearly playable. I don't know that he can get to the right side of the cue ball to hold for anything else. So he's going to go outside. The only problem with outside is you can kind of trap yourself, right? Now you're in the 50-yard line. And if you force yourself to shoot this 8, it can cost you the match. I mean, it can cost you the game, but potentially the match. And in a race to 3, the first game is massive. And you can talk yourself into having to shoot this ball. And I don't even know that it warrants any type of position. So I'd take a look at this 4. Can you kick it like to your side? Double kiss. I believe he was trying to run into the 7 there. Pretty sure he was trying to hit that thin and run into the 7. So correct me if I'm wrong. I think, yeah, Van Boening is even. Ball count's even. He's left Shane very straight on the 7. Can Shane roll it in? Yes, he can. I don't believe the 13 banks. That's what he's looking at now. But it might be all he can do, right? Roll the 7 in and maybe do something with the 2 and duck behind the 13. Let's see what he does here. I think he could shoot the 7 and roll down. Play type a power shot next. Play the 2 into the bottom of the 10 or even into the 10 full and stick behind the 13. Is he going rail first or straight at it? I think he's going straight at it. No, he is going rail first. Wow. I don't know if the 13 banks here or not. I think he might get more out of the game if he plays the 2 into the bottom of the balls and sticks behind the 13. And that's what he's going to do. Yeah, well, I thought he could really bear down and stick behind the 13 there. And he did try that. Note his cue. Okay, yeah. Shane now spotting a ball. I thought that I saw that coin over there. I know Delawder owed one. He spotted a ball. He made one for Shane. I think that they're even now because the 7 is up. Yes. That's my apologies there. I was a little tricked. They slept a ball, basically. Yeah. Just really quick with the stroke. This is going to hurt. Shane can kill this with control. Like so. Doesn't want to get flat on this 5. Delawder's had a couple opportunities early. I don't know that he's going to get many more this game. Coming to the 1 next. Oh, he's going to get to the 2. Even better. If he wants to shoot the 2, I don't have a problem shooting the 2 here going into the stripes. It's all preference right now. Go into the 12. Or maybe even come back for the 6, right? The 6 has a clean pocket. If you can dig enough. Checking the ball count, getting off the shot. Just took a look at the 6, also taking a look at the 12. So he's going to dig, into this cue ball and come back. Yeah, he might overhit this ball. Does the 9 play? Heck, they might all play. Might be able to play the 14-7 combination, but the 9 definitely plays, or he wouldn't have done that. Now he's going to go into the 12 heavy. Or is that the 10, I guess? Didn't want that angle. Want to come through the 10 a little bit more. That way he guarantees himself a shot on the 13. He's got a topside angle on the 3. Does the 4 go from center table? If the 4 doesn't go from center table, he might shoot the 13. That's what he's looking at, or the combination. Either one. Yeah, I think he's going to cut it to 13 here and just go into the 6 or the 12. Might even go into the 14 here, if he can. Yeah. Nice hit. Into the 12 heavy. Playing for 3. Actually, I think he's playing for 2. He made 1 for Delawder. Not positive. I might have this ball count wrong. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think he's playing for... I'm not sure. He's playing for 2 now. Clearly playing for 2 now. At least 2. He can try and 2-rail kill this and come up. The angle presents itself anyway. He's got to... I don't think he can hold it. So this is kind of a punch with power. Like, oh, he's missed the ball. I wouldn't call it an opportunity for Delawder, because he doesn't have anything real aggressive. But the game isn't over. I might look at kicking that 6 out from the bottom side. There's 7 on the table and 6 showing the score. That was a little haphazard there. I think Shane can cut at the 4 here cleanly. Yeah, he's got a clean shot at the 4. He's hit it fat. So we got something off here on the ball count. I think Van Boening needs 2 and Delawder has 2. I think Van Boening has 6 and Delawder has 2. Can he knock this down? Speed's good. Accuracy just a fraction off. So Van Boening giving Delawder a couple opportunities. Delawder knows it. That's a pretty cute little takeout there. Okay. Don't hate the shot Mike shot there. Opening some balls up. Trying to elevate him over the 12. Look at this mistake. With a real opportunity to get back in this game. You can just... Once again, really quick to the shot. There's going to be a kiss there. I don't think Shane's going to miss this ball. You just get the feeling he's going to knock this one down. I believe he's playing for one. He's going to have to be passive here. He's got options, a lot of options. He can come off the edge of the 15. Just chip the edge of the 15. Play the cue ball. He's got a better angle at it than I do. He had a clean path to get the cue ball away. Now if I'm Delawder, I'm going to send the 15 up towards the 6 and just try and play the cue ball froze to the back rail there. A lot of outside English. He's probably going at this. No. He kind of let up a little bit, but that's okay. Pretty much the same shot I was saying before, just in a little bit different of a scenario. You're just going to chip the edge of the 15 here and play the cue ball over by the top side pocket. Just nice and easy. Keep your opponent off of any type of three-railer or straight back. You can use some left-hand English. Just chipping the 15 to the bottom side of the 8. Don't know what could go wrong doing that. Play it to your side as well. I feel like you're turning the cue ball a little bit more loose, but he knew it was going to come thick into the top side first, which was fine. Delawder down on the ball, shooting at the 6, or is he three-railing the 8? He's got a three-railer. He's eyeing it down. Does it have the gas? It does have the gas. It's just a little short. No broken bones. Shane didn't really want that to go in, but it's not going to cost him anything. Nice execution there. So it might cost him something down the road. Good accuracy rolling that ball in by Delawder and putting him behind the 8. Wants to avoid touching these balls. Just barely did, but I think Mike might be able to see this 8. And if he can play a two-way, utilizing the 7 for protection. He looks like he's drawing it. I like to level out on this and hit a flat ball with a lot of left. Drawing it, I feel like you've got to hit it with a little more pace. There you go. Now he's coming off the 4, so he must have been snookered. He would have shot the 8. Now Shane's got options. He can cross the 7 over to his side, come to the bottom rail. He's taking a look at the 8. I feel like that's the only way to get your man back in the game. I think he can play the 7. Play the 12 back up towards the 8 and the cue ball down, but you might leave the 4. Is he worried about the side pocket with the 7? Yeah, that's what he did. Said you might leave the 4. You might also be tricking Delawder. Very tough execution with the cue ball where it's at. Don't want to hit the 7 or the 6 here. What a great hit by Mike. What a great hit. Sometimes you've just got to take your medicine. Now watch your cue ball here. Cover. At least lay it down at an angle where the 8 isn't easy. Oh. Okay. I think he can bank at the 7 now. I don't know for certain. Yeah. Oh, he's got the kiss. Mikey left him on the kiss. Some mistakes by Van Boening in game number 1 for sure. I don't blame Mike for looking at this 8. The 7 is no hanger. Oh. I thought he might send it towards his pocket somehow. He's left the 7 again. This could prove very costly. Kind of surprised at that one. And he's hit it real fat. Needs the side pocket to help him a little bit. It has, I believe. Good speed there. Shane just bringing it down. Might be teasing Mike here. Mike might take a whiff at the 6 and draw the cue ball. Pretty thin. Play the 6-1 rail and draw the cue ball back 1 to 2 rails behind the 7. It's just too thin. 2 rail the 7 out, just like so. Nicely done. Shane gearing up like he's going to shoot at this 7-2 rails here. Short. You know, the problem with the position of this 7 is that you can only come off the bottom side of our bottom side of it, which would be the left side of the 7. Mike's left side of the 7. Unless you want to hit it with speed and low, you can maybe try to 2-rail it, but the 8 is a big ball. So you really got to be careful here. He is being careful. That's not bad. Not bad at all. That's good thinking. Yeah, very good thinking there on that shot by Delawder. Shane looks like he wants to have a go at... you could bank either one of these, the 6 or the 8. I think he's going at the... Well, I might go at the 6. Yeah. Yeah, the 6 didn't risk any type of sellout there. The 8 did. Needs that to get down. It did. Pretty good placement. think Shane can do anything aggressive with the 7 here. Okay, he did get it back down in play, and that's about as good as you could hit it from where he was. Mike going to two-rail it back out to his side of the table. He's real good at that shot. Note the cue ball, leaving it in a very difficult position for Shane to defend. Anytime snow is on the rail, it's working for you. Anytime. Yeah, Shane might have to chip off the edge of this 8 here. Just come out towards the center of the table. Wondering what else he could do. I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to leave a bank, I believe. I think Mike's going to take a swing at this 8. It might go straight back. It's tight. I don't mind rolling this ball in. Nice cue ball. He's settled down a little bit. You can just tell. We all tend to get hyped up, especially the first few innings of a match, especially when you're playing another great player. Controlling your emotions and your heart rate is huge. What's Shane gonna do here? Is he just gonna send it to his side, or is he gonna? Yeah, he's gonna leave a bank, I believe. Not only a bank, he's left perfect. A perfect angle here for Mike to pocket this and get on the 7. Don't overthink this. If there's ever a time to naturally shoot, it's now. A lot of body movement. Didn't get it to the hole. Boy, I would have put him as a heavy favorite to make that with position. Now, notice Shane can get that ball out that's near Mike's pocket, but he's contemplating ending the pain that he's put himself through and that he's put Mike through this game. If he feels he can make this. And he has. So the suffering has stopped for both players in game number 1. Let's move on to game number 2. Do us a favor, this video production is brought by Bad Boys Billiard Production. The stream is sponsored by Hustling USA Clothing Company, JB Custom Cases, Jerry Olivier Custom Cues, and Littman Lights. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I am your host, Scott Frost, aka The Freezer, and Van Boening in game number 2 breaking. Like the cue ball positioning, he can hit it a little firmer, a little less contact on the second ball. Even though he caught a kiss, that tells me something wasn't tight down low. He isn't thrilled about it. A lot of players struggle with new cloth, breaking, playing one pocket. Mike quick to get down on the shot. Shane gonna observe everything real well. He does have a bank on the 7. Can he see the 14? Yeah, I don't know if the 7's any good, depending on what the 4's doing off the 5. Yeah, he's gonna go to it, so the 4 off the 5 must not be available for Delawder. Took a pretty true line there. It didn't roll in, didn't roll out, just missed its mark. right, I think Delawder's got a decent shot here. He's just got to recognize it. If he kicks thick at the 7, catching the 7 full like a kick and stick, you kill the cue ball to the bottom rail, but that 7, if you catch it heavy, kicking into it full with the kick and stick to the lower side, the 7 will go up towards the 6, and you can splash a lot to your side. Just got to have control. Okay, he caught it a hair too thick, but the cue ball was really nice. He still got the 2 to his side. So I don't hate what he's done there. I don't hate it at all. Nice cue ball. Can Shane see the 14? Immediately wonder if he can see the 14, and if he can he do anything with it? Yeah, so he's the type of player that could shoot the 7 straight back and 3-rail the cue ball. I don't know if he can. Is that what he's going to? Or is he going to the 2? This angle can fool me. And that's what he went to. He's had it real thin, but he's played the cue ball. Tells you how good of a shot it can be. Did he leave the gap to the 7 for Mike? And if not, does Mike play a similar type of shot? I don't know if Mike can draw this, though. I think he also has to go forward. He's got less room for error, though. He's got to hit this real full. 2 is going to come off hot here. Yeah, he's caught it real thin. He's actually shot it to the wrong pocket here. Pretty good cue ball. So the cue ball saves the day there. Shane taking a look at the 11. From my view, I think the kiss is on. It's pretty close. Can he clip the bottom of the 11, though, and just bring him back? Use the 14 as coverage. Yeah, he's going to be able to come off the 2, though. Bring the 2 to his side. He could even use a little inside instead of outside English, just because of the path it's going to take. Yeah, I think if you use a little inside, you're going to get more out of the 2. Getting the 2 to your side a little better. And you might have been able to work the cue ball up behind the 6 a little more. I'm wondering if Shane can see enough of this 11. Just enough to bank it to the bottom of the 5, because if he can, it's detrimental for Delawder. Just twist the 11 to the base of the 5, and everything comes towards your pocket. It's tight, and he's leveled out, so it tells me that's not what he's going to do. He might even try and put him in the pile here. Yeah, so Mike can see the 10 here. Yeah, this is a little weak, but I think he's left him off angle the 14, but he can really bury him here into the stack. I think he had to try and do more there, like spin behind the 7. Or you could have done more. I think you can put him in behind the 11 here, or even into the top of the 8 and 1. Yeah, and he chose the 11 and he stuck him like glue. And that's not fun for Mike. This looks okay. Needs it to carry. Really nice speed there by Delawder. This angle doesn't tell me that Shane can two-rail the 2. I think he's got to... Is he going to one-rail it? Play the cue ball into the stack. Boy, it looks too steep for that to me. He's trying to figure out a way to get him back where he was. I almost don't hate going through the 13, like two-railing the 13 towards lower side pocket, playing your cue ball up on the middle diamond up there somehow. Let's see what he does. Can he hit this fat enough to put him behind these balls? Okay, he did. The two-rail angle was there. Wants a clip there. He got the clip. Wow. He was playing to go into the 3. Can't say that he was playing to make it off of the 3. But I think he did as good as he could. That angle was very sharp. What does the 1 and stripe look like? Yes, Shane shoots good enough to pocket the 3, shoots good enough to pocket the 7, but both could cost him a lot of balls if he doesn't make it. You're always looking for the free shot first to relieve any pressure. Free with position. If you feel good about it, go ahead and take on the tough shot. That's what he's going to elect to do here. I think he's elevating on the 7. Here's what he's looking at. He's looking to elevate on the 7 and draw 2 rails out between the 13 and 15. Nothing plays in Mike's hole from up table, right? So Shane can get the cue ball through there. Even if he happens to miss the 7, it's going to be close, right? He's going to rattle it or hang it up, leave it somewhere in there. Potentially leave Delawder safe if he happens to miss it. I think the difficulty of pocketing the ball becomes much more difficult. Elevating like that distance. And he's changed his mind. I think he's going to come off the 11 here. That's okay too. You've got options. You come off the 11 into the 5. Bring the cue ball back up. He's got plenty of options. That's something you don't want to give a guy like this. There's plenty of options. Back to the 7. More leveled out this time. Excuse me, the angle has fooled me once again. He just rifled the 3 in at Mach 2. Note the cue ball. He's got so much out of that shot. If it gives you any idea of his power, it's incredible. Yeah, I like it. It's got balls high and low. Really torturing Mike here. Mike's kind of got to be forced. I think he could 2-rail kick out of this to the top left and then the top right rail. I think you're coming in at a better angle that route versus 1 rail. This will be okay. Don't have much of a choice. Shane taking a look at that 4 and the 11 towards Mike's pocket. Does he have the gap? He's acting like he has the gap. That would be a little unlucky for Delawder. Think so. Let's see what he's doing. Okay. Played the ticky. Nice little ticky shot off the top ball there. Mike looking up table, and you just can't do anything up table here. You really want to bury him behind these balls, so go through this cue ball well. He tried. I think I know what's coming here, though, don't we? I don't know if the 1 caroms off the 6, but if not, Shane's definitely got the 2-railer on the 5, and if he plays it short, all sorts of good things can happen off the 1 and 7. That's what's coming. And he has played it short. Too short. He's caught the point. Is he going to give Delawder any type of shot? Boy, I think he's gotten away with this. What do they say? The rich get richer? Maybe that's the case. And the reason I say that is the 11's just too steep, if I believe it's the angle it is. And he's cut off from the 12 as well. He's opened the 12 up. If it's not there, you just can't shoot it. Yeah, that was such a thin hit. You hate to give the game away on that shot. Van Boening playing for 6. I don't know if he can dig into this 13 and clip the 7, or if he just wants to come up to the 12. He tried to hit the 7. I'm pretty sure he tried to hit the 7. Yeah, he definitely tried to clip the 7. A little bit of a mishit there. Like to have had that carry a little bit more. He might play the 1 now. Can play the 12. Yeah, I don't know that he can get to the 1, so he's going to have to play the 12. Killed the cue ball nicely. Wanted to get on the 11. It tells me the 7-1 is not as easy as it might look on our screen. I know that 1's low, aimed very low, but I felt like he could play it. He's just going to bunt the 14 over. Bunting the 9 over. It's okay. I feel like Mike can kick to the back of this 9. Possibly use those 3 balls as coverage. Yeah. It's gone by the wayside for him there. Van Boening playing for 3. It's not exactly where he wanted to be, I don't think. He's elevated over the 11 a little bit here. Playing for 2. Oh, he's hit it really clean. It's going to hold up. So another inning at the table for Delawder. Not that he's had any good looks lately. Take a look at this 5. He's overcooked it just a fraction. Boy, that ball should have fallen, actually. A little cold-blooded. Could have fallen. Especially on this new cloth. Hard for that ball to stay up. Yeah, I'm a little surprised at this. I'm really a little surprised at that. I feel like Shane's kind of playing with his food there. He could have played the 8 and come below the 6. Or even tried to open the cluster up a little bit. I mean, there was all sorts of things he could do. Mike could kick to the 8 here. The 5 might go. Yeah, gave it the best chance he could. Let's see if Shane chooses to shoot the 8 here. That'll tell you he could have shot it before. Just a little gamesmanship, I believe, there. Yeah, and that's what I thought he would do the time before when he was even easier. Then again, I've always felt like this 6 went. Playing for 1. Well, he's acted like it doesn't go. And this could be a big opportunity for Delawder once again. You can bank this 9 into the 5. The 5 is a huge ball. You don't want to move the 7. Don't knock the 7 to the rail. Shane's needs 1. You move that 7 to the rail, you're dead. Or you have to bank it. Okay, he's aware of that. That's well done. Take your time. You want to go to this 14 next. Maybe draw 1 to 2 rails up and out. Carry an angle on the 14. Then you can get short side of the 7. Yeah. This is tough. It's worked out, and he's caught the angle. He's actually hit that very pure, so he's caught the angle to suck back for the 7. It's all about control here. He's going to take the bank. That's okay. As good as he banks, I can't fault him. He's a heavy favorite to make this bank, playing bank pool. He's hit it low, and he knows it immediately. Don't ask me why, but people playing bank pool tend to hit that bank a lot different than when they're playing 1 pocket. They tend to get into this roll stroke, which I get it. You want to roll it and hang the ball up, but not when your opponent's got his game winner hanging. Just go ahead and hit it with a little conviction. Know that that ball's going in. Definitely need to thank the tournament sponsors here: Derby City Billiard Products, Ian Simonis with Simonis Cloth, Aramith Billiard Balls, the best balls in the business, Outsville AccuRack, AccuStats Video Productions, and Masters Billiard Chalk. Thank you guys so much for putting this tournament on. And I can guarantee you Mike's saying I make that bank 95% of the time when I'm in action. He's got a nice break there. That cue ball gets up. I don't think Shane can see all of the 13, but the angle could mislead me a little bit. Cue ball's in a great spot. That's like ideal, maybe a fraction higher. Just didn't get much coverage low. Can he bank this to his side and go into the 2? Oh, yeah, he could. He could, and he did a real fine job at it. I wouldn't be surprised if Mike took a look at this 1 ball. Just by the way things are going. The problem is the 11-7 stripe, 12 into the ball hanging in Shane's pocket. Looks close. Buckle your seatbelts. Well, he's kind of trapped himself. You got to feel like he was playing position on the 2 there. Otherwise, I don't know that there's a big benefit to making that ball. He's looking to play the carom off the 14 here. Buckle the seatbelts again. This time tighten them up a little while you're at it, because these balls are going to come loose. There's a chance of this ball going. I feel like you might have to draw the 2 off the 14. Therefore, you need to use some type of a center or a punch. I think if you draw the cue ball, it's going to send the 2 too far forward. Yeah, I like this decision. He spun it a little bit, but I think he's done just fine. Perfect. Nice hit by Mike Delawder. See, when you play the game with these great players, they don't like it, right? When you just play the game. I don't know what all he can do here. I don't think there's a big aggressive shot. Can he Fram kick into the 9 heavy? I guess he can. He's got to hit it with some speed. That's what he's done. Did the 11 get to the rail? Did not. But I'd still say he won that battle due to the positioning of these balls. Mike going to kick the 3. Yep. Boy, I would have hit that with some speed. If you know you're going to catch it thick. Being the honest man he is, called a foul on himself there. I like it. I didn't think it got to a rail. Shane looking to draw the cue ball between the 14 and 2 and just bring the 3 back down close to his pocket. If it goes, it's a bonus. Just like so. He didn't want to catch the bottom of the 2. He didn't want to catch the 11. He's kind of gotten away with it, right? Something could have wiggled open and left Mike a bank. That hasn't happened. Watch out. Don't leave him the 11 here, Mike. You didn't do that, so that's good. Both players are in go mode, looking for aggressive opportunities long before defensive play. I think Shane's just forced here to come off the bottom of the 12, unless there's something he can find that I'm not seeing, and I'm sure there's plenty of that. I'm almost wondering if he could shoot into the 3, playing the 3-4-9, 9-1 rail to his pocket, kind of stick there. Everything kind of goes up. The 4 goes up into the 5 and pushes everything up. But he is going to be forced to do this. Is there a kick to the top side of the 6, or is it going to sell the 7 out? Yeah, I think he's going to sell the 7 out. The cue ball could creep up, tick you off the 3 and through the 12 and leave a cut on the 7. I don't know, though. If you want to kick the 6 and hit it a little fuller, maybe 3/4 ball top side, you could get something good out of it. He's going to look at the 2. Drawing the cue ball, but you've got to really... Yeah, it was an awful thin shot. Did he leave enough of this 14? If not, he's left enough of the 11, clearly. Shane will find something here, no doubt. I don't know what these 3 balls are doing. The stripe 5. They might go into the back of the 2. Unless the angle presents itself, you can play the 14 into the back of the 2 and suck up table to the lower right end with control. Not terrible. What's the 10 look like here? Ooh, nice shot, Mike. Nice shot. He almost hit it unbelievable. If he catches the 2 a little thicker, the 14 comes to Mike's side and Shane is buried.
All right, table 7, Gary Gullett and Randy Coleman. Randy Coleman, Gary Gullett, table 7.
Yeah, very good touch. Very good touch. That final stroke of Shane Van Boning's is so pure. Can almost put you to sleep when he's rolling a ball. He hits it so clean. Nice hit. Nice hit. That ball did not look wired on the screen, so highly misleading to me. Staying aggressive here. You got to kind of feel like he should have stayed that way early. I can't remember the exact scenario, but he played a defensive play or a passive play when I think he could have gone. And it ended up costing him 4 or 5 balls early. Yeah, this is going to be short. Just short. Van Boening coming to the table. Delawder's got 2. Van Boning's got 2 games. Van Boening can chop at the 6. What's next? Can you hold it? Bring the cue ball 1, 2, 3 up towards the side for the 7 and 11. 1, 2, 3 up towards the side for the 7 and 11. There he goes. He's got a friendly bump on the 11, let's just say. He's got all types of options at this point now. He just wants to carry an angle on the 11. Now he can come over for the 10, 12, 13. Everything kind of plays now. Matter of fact, from there, he could even pocket the 15, I believe. So he's got plenty of options. This is all personal preference. Blah. But I think he's going to come over here for the 10. That's what he's done. Now he can punch down for the 12. Wants to carry an angle, like so. He's playing for 5. So he wants to maximize this. He's got to carry an angle here on this 12. Yeah, it's perfect. Very good. Very, very good. He's got options. He can come 2 rails out or kill it with inside English and come 1 rail up towards the 1. I think he was actually trying to make contact with the 1 there. He'll be just fine. He's playing for 3. Yeah, if he catches the 1 heavy there, though, he can then go up towards the side with the 13 and pocket the 15 next with the cue ball. So he's got a little work left to do. He's going to power stroke this, I believe, inside English. Or can he come 2 rails out? Yeah, he's power stroke all day. I know his game. This is not the result he was looking for. Does the 4 play play off the 8. I don't believe so. I think it's too thin. So what do? Do you bank the 1 between the 5 and 9 up to your side of the table and bring the cue ball down to the bottom rail on the left side? Looks decent. It's an option. You could always clip off of the 3, bring the cue ball 2, 3 rails down to the bottom. That's an option. You could graze the left side of the 1 or our bottom side of the 1 over to the side with left English. That's an option. One thing you can't do here is shoot at your hole, and that's what he wants to do. That's not an option. Yeah, so he's elected my 3rd option, which is okay. Does the 4 bank off, or excuse me, the 8 bank off the 4? He likes going up to roll these balls in. Is it the right time, though? It's not like you're going to trap Shane with this. I thought he was going to make it. He actually moved it to where he can bank it, though. But Shane's going to cross corner this 5 and draw the cue ball 2 rails out. Cue ball might end up somewhere below the 3 here, if hit correctly. Well, it was on track. Gotta be careful here. Yeah. Really tough hit. The angle just didn't present itself to play both balls, so you either had to catch that ball a little heavy or a little thin with some speed. Yeah, Shane's got options. He cut it to 5 and come back and forth for the 8. Does the 1 play? Don't think the 1 passes the 4, but I know he can pocket the 5 and come back. He's playing for 2 in game number 3. Does he have the speed? And it does have the speed. If it doesn't catch the point, Shane Van Boening is going to take game number 3, advance into round number 6. No losses. Unfortunately, our friend Mike Delawder is going to be eliminated from this event. Great tournament, Mike. Thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Congratulations, Shane Van Boening, and we'll see you all next time.